Lynae brings a rhythm to combat that is both flashy and strategic. She is a concerto regen support and a tune break support, with an outro that amplifies all damage and liberation, making her an ideal pairing with Yuno to buff the entire team and bypass shield-gated damage amplification limits. Her kit isn't just about dealing damage, it's about controlling the flow of battle, chaining her abilities, and timing your moves perfectly. Today, we're going to break down how to get the most out of Lynae and truly master her in any fight. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta senyo lahat? Lynae is not your standout main DPS. She is a support unit with the potential to unleash a nuke bomb somewhere in her Forte Circuit chain. Her main selling point is her ability to enhance concerto regen, improve tune break uptime, and provide team-wide all damage amplification. If that sounds appealing to you, remember that you could also top up in order to get Lunaites, and you can use my loot bar link down in the description and pinned comment to save up to 25% on your monthly Lunaite subscriptions, Battle Pass, and Lunaite top-ups. Loot bar is trusted by thousands and thousands of WoWalk players with excellent Trustpilot scores. With their mobile DIY top-up, you can get the discounts without giving away your password. If you use my link in the description and pinned comments, you can get an additional 10% off your first purchase. So yeah, give it a try. Now back to the video. Let's start with her basic attacks. Lynae's normal attacks are fast, fluid, and versatile. You can string together multiple hits in quick succession, and she can even perform mid-air strikes to keep up her momentum. What makes her unique is how her dodge interacts with her attack. Timing your dodge perfectly allows her to strike back immediately, dealing a satisfying burst of spectro damage. But the real magic begins when you start building her overflow. Every attack, dodge, and skill feeds into this system, and once it's full, you unlock a charged attack that can turn the tide of a fight. This attack not only hits hard, but also transitions her into a state called Kaleidoscopic Parade, where her mobility and skill potential really shine. Kaleidoscopic Parade transforms how you play Lynae. Suddenly, her basic attacks become more elaborate, with longer combos and attacks that can track enemies from a distance. Holding down attacks on the ground allows her to chain even more moves, creating opportunities to release powerful follow-up skills. Mid-air, she gains extra charges, which means you can keep the pressure on enemies while staying agile. Even her dodge attacks gain a new layer of utility, allowing you to chain into other attacks seamlessly. Learning to move, attack, and manage her resources during this state is key to mastering her. Next up is her resonance skill, which doubles as a tool for both damage and combo setups. Pressing it normally lets you deal direct spectro damage, but when you use it during Kaleidoscopic Parade, it can hit multiple targets while transitioning her out of the parade state. The timing here is crucial. If you follow up with a normal attack shortly after, you can trigger additional stages of her basic attack combo, amplifying her damage even further. It's a skill that rewards precise timing and allows for creative chains that can fit any team composition. Her elemental burst, or resonance liberation, is where Lynae really shines in group fights. Activating this ability deals multiple waves of spectro damage and provides a buff to nearby allies, increasing the damage output of your team's Resonators. But don't forget that following up with her basic attack immediately after unleashing her burst triggers an additional move that counts as a basic attack, allowing her to maintain high damage output while benefiting her team. This duality of personal damage and team support makes her a standout choice in many compositions. Now, let's dive deeper into her core mechanic, the Forte Circuit and chromaticity modeling. Lynae starts in a default state called Optical Sampling Stage. In this state, all of her attacks and skills contribute to filling overflow, which is essential for unlocking spark collision and transitioning into her high-mobility Kaleidoscopic Parade. Once in the parade state, she regains a resource called Lumiflow by skating on the ground. This system requires you to balance movement and attacks carefully. Staying airborne or being inactive causes her resources to deplete, which can prevent you from accessing her most powerful abilities. Polychrome Leap is one of Lynae's signature moves. It allows her to leap across the battlefield, dealing damage, applying status effects to enemies, and generating true color points. These points are critical because once she has enough, she can access her most devastating abilities, including Iridescent Splash and Visual Impact. Polychrome Leap also allows for dodges during its animation, giving you a way to weave in evasive maneuvers while maintaining offense. Chaining multiple leaps properly lets you keep pressure on enemies and maximize both her damage and utility. An important aspect to note is spectral analysis. Lynae can switch between two states that modify the effects of her photochromic flux, adding another layer of control over her attacks. Depending on which state you're in, your attacks can apply different conditions to enemies, allowing for strategic play and synergy with other team members. Coupled with her spray paint mechanic from her inherent skill, Lynae can control zones on the battlefield and continuously apply pressure on enemies after certain attacks are completed. Her other inherent skill, Adaptive Optics, enhances her mobility and survivability. While not in combat, dodging in place grants her a stealth effect, allowing her to enter enemy zones without drawing attention. This opens up possibilities for repositioning and planning attacks without immediately engaging the enemy. Additionally, casting her introductory skill provides temporary resistance to interruption and increases her damage, which is perfect for initiating fights or catching enemies off guard. Managing Lynae's stat bonuses is also part of mastering her. Her kit naturally benefits from increased attack and critical rate stats, which amplify both her direct damage and her ability's efficiency. Prioritizing these stats allows you to sustain high output across her various attacks and fully utilize the flow between Optical Sampling Stage and Kaleidoscopic Parade. Beyond her stats, Lynae has a profound impact on tune break mechanics in the game. Her skills and abilities make it easier to trigger and maintain tune break conditions, allowing your team to exploit bonuses more consistently. She interacts seamlessly with teammates who rely on tune break damage, enhancing overall team efficiency and ensuring that your combo rotations hit harder and more reliably. When it comes to her combat rotation, Lynae follows a clear, step-by-step flow that incorporates her entire kit. You start by using normal attacks and mid-air attacks in Optical Sampling Stage to generate overflow while staying mobile, and timed dodges add extra bursts of damage. Once overflow is sufficient, Forte Circuit abilities are cast to maximize damage and set up Spark Collision. Spark Collision is then used to unleash a charged attack and transition into Kaleidoscopic Parade, where her basic attacks, heavy attacks, and dodge counters become extended combos that maintain pressure. Polychrome Leap is used within this rotation to reposition, apply debuffs, and generate true color points, which then unlock her ultimate follow-up abilities. Resonance skills are interwoven throughout the sequence to enhance combos and maintain buffs. Finally, Resonance Liberation is used as a climax to the rotation, amplifying all damage and benefiting the entire team. The full rotation flows naturally from generating resources in Optical Sampling Stage, using Forte Circuit, transitioning into Kaleidoscopic Parade, utilizing Polychrome Leap and True Color abilities, and ending with Resonance Liberation to optimize both personal and team performance. Playing Lynae effectively requires an understanding of timing, resource management, and mobility. You need to be aware of your overflow and lumiflow levels, plan your Polychrome Leap strategically, and use her combo potential to chain attacks seamlessly. Every dodge, every attack, and every skill has a purpose, and when executed well, she can dominate both single-target encounters and group battles with ease. In conclusion, Lynae is not just a character that deals high damage. She's a dynamic and flexible resonator whose power scales with mastery of her unique mechanics. Focusing on her attack chains, resource management, and the interaction between her skills can make her one of the most fun and rewarding characters to play in Wuthering Waves. Whether you're optimizing for solo play or team synergy, understanding Lynae's kit will elevate your gameplay and let you make the most out of her spectacular abilities. If this video resonated with you, please leave a like and subscribe. Ring that bell for massive version 3.0 gacha luck and maybe a sandwich. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in my next video drop. Goodbye!